New map of Ukraine. Russia-Ukraine war. What happened on the 451st day of the war? Russian forces captures Bakhmut, Wagner Group head. Russia hits Kiev with its 11th airstrike this month. Russia says supplying F-16 jets to Ukraine would carry colossal risks for West. Russian Deputy Security Council Secretary sees no need at all for talks on Ukraine. Ukraine shot down 19 of the 28 Russian planes that were launched towards Kiev. Now let's go into more detail. Russian forces captures Bakhmut, Wagner Group head. Head of Wagner Group Yevgeny Prigozhin said on Saturday that Russian forces had fully gained control of Bakhmut, Artemovsk. On May 20, 2023, today at noon, Artemovsk was entirely taken, Prigozhin announced in a video posted on Telegram. Artemovsk, in north of the large city of Karlovka. The city is an important transport hub with many crossroads for Donbass and served as a vital center for supplying Ukrainian troops stationed in the region at the beginning of the military operation launched by Russia in Ukraine over a year ago. G7 members express continued support for Ukraine. There have been plenty of photos and statements appearing on the social media accounts of the G7 and EU leaders that convey their continued support for Ukraine. In the G7's final communique, it is stated, "We reaffirm our unwavering support for Ukraine for as long as it takes to bring a comprehensive, just and lasting peace." Russia hits Kiev with its 11th airstrike this month. Russia launched another massive drone attack at Kiev during the early hours of the morning, marking their 11th airstrike this month, the city's military administration announced Saturday. The enemy is doing its utmost to strike key targets in Kiev City and simultaneously deplete our air defense resources, the local military said in a statement. In this way, Russians are aiming at putting the civilian population under deep psychological stress. That is why they attack Kiev from the air almost daily, the statement added. The air raid alarm in the Ukrainian capital has only been silent for 4 days in May due to the regular attacks in the region. Tuesday morning similarly saw an aerial attack on the city, which Russia claims to have destroyed a US-made Patriot air defense system, despite the Ukrainians saying all 18 Russian missiles launched that day were intercepted and destroyed. Russia used 20 Shahed drones as well as a Merlin reconnaissance UAV, all of which were identified and destroyed by the Central Command of the Air Force, according to the statement. There have been no casualties or destruction to major infrastructure. Russia says supplying F-16 jets to Ukraine would carry colossal risks for West. Western countries will be running colossal risks if they supply Ukraine with F-16 fighter jets, TASS news agency quoted Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Alexander Grushko as saying on Saturday. Grushko was responding to a question about the implications of providing the jets, which Ukraine has been requesting from NATO countries. It has not yet won commitments to deliver the planes, but U.S. President Joe Biden told G7 leaders on Friday that Washington supports joint allied training programs for Ukrainian pilots on F-16s, senior U.S. officials stated. Russian Deputy Security Council Secretary sees no need at all for talks on Ukraine. Deputy Chairman of Russia's Security Council Dmitry Medvedev sees no point in conducting negotiations on the situation in Ukraine and around it at the moment, because talks should be conducted only with the Kiev government's masters in Washington and only about post-conflict world order. Commenting on European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen's latest remarks against equal negotiations between Russia and Ukraine, Medvedev wrote on his Telegram channel on Friday that he would find it difficult to disagree with her in this regard. This is certainly so. How can we engage in equal talks with a half-decade neo-Nazi country which is under external governance? Talks are possible only with its masters, namely with Washington. There is no one else to talk to, Medvedev wrote. In his opinion, negotiations are possibly only on the subject of post-conflict world order. However, it is too early to speak about it, the Russian official continued, adding, that is why there is no need at all for any negotiations. Von der Leyen said on the sidelines of the G7 summit in Hiroshima on Friday that equal negotiations between Russia and Ukraine must be rejected. In her words, G7 member states must support Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky's so-called peace plan. Ukrainian air defenses repelled another Russian air attack on the capital Kiev and other locations, destroying 19 drones and missiles out of 28 launched, the Ukrainian military said. 3 caliber missiles launched from the Black Sea and 16 drones were shot down. Shelling continues on an almost daily basis, Ukrainian Air Force spokesman Yuri Ignat said in televised comments. The information in today's video consisted of these. If you want to support our work, like the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next videos. Bye.